All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to opening night of Overlord Prowler's Round Robin. We've seen some pretty crazy games, very different games, actually. I think between these two, first one more of a sort of a grinding, long battle, whereas that last one was just action all over the place. I can feel my voice going, so maybe it's a good thing we only got one more tonight. But maybe we saved the best for last. We'll just have to wait and see. Northern Storm taking on Option 12. Think we'll be getting into champ select any second here, but any particular thoughts to start us off on this matchup, Greg?
Well, you were mentioned it in the last matchup. I'll say it again here. This is 100% a reunion tour as far as players that have played in the GMA before. I don't think there's anyone in here that has a new player. Even the newest player, which I believe is Shaken Zen, has definitely participated in the past. It's interesting as well to see that Queen Elizabeth, for the first time, is not playing support. So we will see how that shakes out as well.
Yeah, and Pistol Crab in the mid lane, which I don't think I've seen. I do have to apologize. I completely misspoke earlier when I was talking about Tilted Pig. I was thinking of Pistol Crab. I've always gotten these two mixed up. I'm not sure exactly why. It's just the animal names.
Tilted Crab and Pistol Pig.
I mean, I remember in a cast, gosh, maybe 2 years ago, I called, like, I just completely flubbed their names and kept saying Tilted Crab, Pistol Pig. Like, it was silly. So, so I'm looking forward to when those two play each other later in the split. But for now, looking at bans, we've got Lysandra actually banned out, so I assume that must be targeted at Goon Stomp, because I haven't seen much of that champion recently.
Yeah, and there's a very clear bias towards trying to ban out Princess Peach, it looks like. There's a Yuumi ban, there's a Lux ban. Really going after it.
Speaking of Princess Peach, very glad to have him back for this event. If I'm not mistaken, he was sort of a late addition, so thanks for joining up for helping round out the rosters for this event. Any particular surprises on the bans in Phase 1 for you?
I am not surprised at all by the Northern Storm bans. I think those all make sense. The Diana band's a little perplexing, although I'm admittedly not, and the Lysandra band's a little perplexing to me. I'm not as well versed on the champion pools though, so perhaps there's something that Option 12 knows that I do not.
Yeah, I'm looking at Goon Stomp right now. Looks like he's been playing a little bit of Diana just in the last couple days. I don't see a ton of it in his match history total, and only 3 games in rank so far this season, but just in the last couple days there's a few of them. So maybe Option 12 working overtime with their scouting. Seraphine and Ashe coming out. We saw earlier with with Primidon, we saw that banned away from him actually in the mid lane, but I would expect this one to be going bot.
No, the Seraphine Ashe combo is really, really gross. Seraphine's, I think it's her E that does the slow, unless they're already slowed, then it's a stun. Ashe, as you know, that's all she does, is slow you down.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that is nasty. Thresh Jin potentially coming back the other way, so yeah, we'll have sort of a kite it out, poke you, annoy you lane against an all-in lane.
Come on, Sigtal Lord.
Indeed get this
give me the Thresh, Sigtal Lord. He's doing it!
We will get it.
That makes me happy.
I mean, Sigtal Lord, he is well-versed in those aggressive supports. I think he plays quite a bit of Leona lately as well. So,
Leona,
we're going to get some brawling. It'll just, we'll see who gets sort of the engages to happen on their terms down there. Queen Elizabeth has been playing a lot of Shaco lately, so wouldn't be surprised if that gets locked in. I don't remember the last time I saw a Shaco in a GMA event.
I don't think it's ever happened before. I'm curious about this. They need some beef in the top lane for this to work.
Yeah, absolutely. But that is sort of Eternal Source's specialty.
That is fair.
We've seen him succeed, have so much success. Won a championship playing the Malphites, the Orns. So definitely a role that he's going to be comfortable in.
And it's also worth pointing out that we are dealing with a new iteration of the Dino battle in this matchup. We have Eternal Source and Brandanosaur on the other side. It's been a while since we had one of those.
It's good to see Brandanosaur back in a GMA event as well. Always an exciting player who plays across multiple roles.
Absolutely.
Catherine and Galio banned away, so yeah, they've really aimed a ton of bans at Goon Stomp here.
Well, I know Goon Stomp's pool is plenty deep, so I suspect that even if he's forced onto his 4th pick, 5th pick, he will still be able to perform.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that we had Northern Storm actually banning the Silas, because I think that's a champion that Goon Stomp is pretty comfortable on, but maybe at this point he just assumes that no matter what, he'll have something he can go to.
Yeah, there's a lot of mid lane bans this time actually. It's what,
Yeah,
4 or 5? I guess if you count Lux. Orianna.
Orianna for pointy, so a very I don't know, balanced pick. Orianna, one of those champions that can sort of do a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
It's always a good safe pick when you have to pick first in the mid lane.
yeah, she's very, very difficult to counter unless you're playing some sort of particular cheese pick. Ooh, a Swain.
Wayne, okay.
That's got to be a Swain mid too, right?
I mean, unless you take him top.
That, I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think so either, but that's pretty much the only other option we could have.
Yeah.
Worth noting that J-Dog picking up the Lilia for the jungle, so we'll see if he can live up to the fireworks that we just saw from Lord of Admirals in our last game.
That'll be a tough act to follow, and that's not to give any shade to anybody, but man, that's a Zac.
Okay, Zac. Okay, so could we be seeing a top lane Lilia?
I think it's a Zac top, actually. I could be
while
wrong.
since I've seen one of those.
Yeah,
Oh man, if they pick Brand,
there's no way they'd pick Brand.
this is gonna be the least beefy.
Okay, that is a better choice.
I was gonna say, be a vegetarian option 12 team. That lack of beef, but Eternal Source on that Orin's a champion he's very well versed in. I've seen him have some impressive performances on it, and it fulfills the role that the team definitely needed. So I like this. The way they rounded out the comp, I still think they kind of lack some front line, but I also think that that's kind of to be expected when you have a Shaco in the jungle and an Enchanter in the support role.
Yeah, these are going to be some very peculiar team fights. The Orin ult will obviously be a very good initiator, but they don't exactly have somebody that I consider to be like a diver that you can put the ball on and ult off of. Unless you count Shaco, just,
I guess
face
you could
planting it.
Submarine Shaco in there.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't really think that option 12 is going to be looking to engage anyways. I think they're going to be the ones trying to kite around and have these long drawn out fights. They've got the shields, they've got the Shaco deception, the sustain from Seraphine. And I think that we're going to see both teams just playing completely differently. Because if you look at Northern Storm, I feel like they're all about engage.
That's true. Yeah, I am a little concerned because the Ashe Seraphine lane is very obnoxious. There's a lot of poke, a lot of, sustain there. But I will say that if this Thresh lands a hook, whoever he hooks is probably not coming back.
Yep. Yeah, and Brandanosaur is a good enough player that I would expect those Deadly Flourishes to all land. So you're going to be locked down for a good 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be curious to see how that pans out. It's also interesting because the Lilia, because of all the dot damage, that gives additional things for him to hit the flourish on from a long range.
And you were right, it is a top lane Zac.
If I recall correctly, I think Shakensen's done that before. It's obviously been quite some time, but it sounds oddly familiar to me. That said,
I'm not sure if I'm thinking of Sladen on Zac.
Oh, he plays it. Yeah, but I don't think he was top though.
Yeah, no, fair.
I will say this though: I have no idea how the Zac versus Ornn matchup goes.
Probably very boringly.
That seems like a safe guess.
They both even have ways to get away from the other one if something pops off too. Jungle matchup is going to be interesting. I feel like any game with a Shaco is just strange.
Yeah, jungle's not my best role, so I already come in at a disadvantage, right? And then you factor in somebody like Shakelo, who is just so weird.
Annoying.
Yeah, I don't really know I don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Lilia is a pretty solid pick into Shaco because has plenty of mobility herself. So able to get away if Shaco, ambushes her in a lot of situations. Has that lilting lullaby if she really needs to. Mid lane is going to be interesting to me as well. Sorry, go ahead though.
I'm looking forward to when the Jhin decides to ult and the Shaco just stealths behind him and murders him.
Yeah, I wonder
theory.
if we'll see Sigtal Lord sort of just staying on Brandanosaur once we get to the team fight phase.
Possibly. I mean, he may need to. They have so many different ways to kill. I think if they can do like a full front to back fight with the Shaco just causing chaos, this could be a very, very dangerous option 12 lineup.
Yeah, I think if they're able to avoid the hard engage and keep the
Mm-hmm.
backline safe, then they're set up for success. They have, in my opinion, just generally more utility within their comp, more diversity of tools. But if they get, if one squishy gets picked off by one piece of CC, there's no escape, I think. Oh, these are some good skins.
They are.
Orbiana.
I've never seen that one before.
That Crime City Shaco skin is kind of terrifying.
Okay, so obviously I play League with my wife a lot. That skin, I'm pretty sure she picks it just because she knows it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that skin at all.
Well, I think just based on that, we haven't really been doing skin showdowns tonight, but I'm going to give this one to option 12 just based on that little anecdote. As we load in here, let me just get your prediction. Who's taking this game, this final one of opening night?
I think as far as ease of execution, I'm actually going to go with Northern Storm just because their comp is easier to pull off, I think.
I would agree. So there's less nuance to it. We have option 12 stacking up here on the bot side, so we might actually see some level 1 shenanigans for the first time tonight. But the 5-point is set up properly from Northern Storm, so they won't be able to really get into the jungle without being spotted.
And now there's boxes, so they super won't.
There isn't really much level 1 CC on the side of option 12 either. If they were to make a play, I guess Peach could go E first, but I imagine that's not really ideal for laning.
No, it definitely would not be the choice I would go with. My guess is it'll be a very docile lane as far as they'll just do the poke and do not much else.
Yeah, I think if you're Pointy and Peach, your goal is to get wave control and just not get hooked. Which I guess is generally your goal in any game against Thresh, but especially this time. Both junglers starting on the bot side. J-Dog actually starting on his Raptors. And then we'll head over to red next, I assume. There he goes. And directed camera wants me to watch the top lane, which is super riveting.
I feel like even though we caster cursed it the first time, I feel confident saying that this time it will not be very exciting. Watch me eat my words again.
Princess Peach doing a nice job just sort of zoning him away, getting a little bit of poke out of onto Brandanosaur. Fleet footwork being run by the Jhin, so he'll have a little bit of extra sustain, but yeah, already down to about half health.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup for Jhin. Just the poke is so oppressive, and Thresh isn't exactly going to heal you, so your options are limited.
This mid lane matchup is going to be one that I'm excited to watch, especially with Unsam taking this Ghost. Not a summoner spell you see very often these days.
Try to fix the scoreboard. There we go. Yeah, the scoreboard was a little broken there for me. It was saying that nobody had any farm, which is, not true.
Elizabeth with an early visit to the bot lane, showed up and just put down the Ignite, forced the heal out of Brandanosaur, and now she'll just wander back up into the river. Guess that's a net positive summoner spell trade. Ignite with the shorter cooldown than the heal.
I am very impressed with Eternal Saurus on this Ornn. I mean, I understand it's one of his most played champions, but he is doing work on it. Ooh, good hook.
There's the hook. Nice job from Pointy. Not sure if the flash was necessary, because I don't think he had turret aggro yet, but could have been scary.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd have rolled the dice. I might have flashed there, too.
Yeah.
But I'm a boomer, so maybe don't listen to me and my questionable reflexes.
Was a nice hook by Sigtal Lord that, I think that gives them a nice little reprieve in this lane that has probably been frustrating so far. And like you said, yeah, Eternal Saurus is doing a nice job just whittling away at Shaken up here. Might get the passive out of him here. Actually forces the flash. Yeah, that would have been a knockup. And it's Shaken now. He does get Bloblets, and Queen Elizabeth is here. So this is absolutely going to be first blood. There's no teleport from Goonstomp or anything.
Oh, good box too.
And yeah, Shaken will drop Eternal Swords with basically a solo kill. Elizabeth shows up with a slight assist, but it's really great stuff.
It's a free assist money, and that was perfectly played by the Ornn. It's interesting. I hadn't thought about it, but like if you the Zac relies on being able to run the enemy into another minion, right? But if you're unstoppable on Ornn, that doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier when I was talking about how both have ways to avoid the other. Eternal Swords just playing that exchange better. I was a little surprised. Shaken. Oh, as there's a hook by Sigtal Lord. Doesn't follow it in though. So Princess Peach will just walk back forward and throw out some sparkles. Trade in the mid lane. Looks like these guys are pretty even on both health and mana, and exactly even on CS. Well, they were for a second, and then Goonstomp ruined it. But yeah, I was surprised by Shaken. He slingshotted into the river, whereas I think he could have slingshotted back towards his tower, and he might have lived, because I don't know if Eternal Swords would have been able to tank the turret long enough to kill those Bloblets.
Yeah, it was a interesting choice. I was not, admittedly, I wasn't tracking the location of the Lilia, so if she was around, perhaps that made more sense, but...
Could be trouble here. Oh, what a juke by Princess Peach. Pointy is just trying to take down Sigtal Lord. I think he's accepted that he is going to go down. Princess Peach is staying alive just long enough, but eventually drops Brandanosaur, has a huge health bar advantage now on Pointy.
Yeah.
4th shot not even required, and that's a nice job by the bot lane of Northern Storm. After being harassed for quite a while, they get a couple kills.
Yeah, they need to get some wards down. Obviously, it's so early in the game, it's easy to say that, but you don't have the money or the Sightstone yet, so it makes sense that they don't have it. Just a lack of vision that cost them there.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Pointy and Princess Peach, they were probably right about the point where they wanted to go back, and they could have gotten those wards, but maybe just wanted one more wave to get Pointy a better buy, and give credit to J-Dog, understanding that timing and being down there in the right time.
Absolutely. Taking a look at the farms across the board, I think we should point out that Eternal is ahead in farm, which is not what he normally does, but hey.
But Bounce comes out. Eternal Source does have the Ram available. Oh, he misses the knock, though. Shaken has some Bloblets to go run around and pick up. There's no junglers anywhere nearby, so this is a straight 1v1, and Shaken gets this one.
If that ult landed, that fight goes completely the other direction.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was an unfortunate miss for Eternal Source, but Shaken did a nice job just making it a little awkward by standing on, you know, the side that the Ram was traveling to already.
That's true.
I know that that's, you know, still an ult that Eternal Source hits that most players probably hit most of the time, but just to make it as a little bit more tricky.
No, that's absolutely true. The best you can do in situations like that is make it so they have to make the mistake. And in that case, Eternal did make the mistake. But well played by the Zac.
Yep, absolutely. So, again, we expected not much action in the top lane, but that's actually been one of the more exciting spots.
We should probably just stop making those predictions, huh?
Yeah, why do they let us even talk about League? We should probably just get replaced at this point.
Well, if they replace me, then I have to go back to playing, and I don't want to do that, so don't make me do that.
Mid lane continues to be incredibly even. CS basically even, and I don't think anyone's had to expend a flash or anything. Jungle farm relatively even as well. Slight advantage for J-Dog. And has the kill as opposed to just the assist for Queen Elizabeth. Wilting Lullaby comes out, and the Shaco will get caught. Nice box.
Yeah,
just sort of kite things out. Oh, the Swirl Seed, though. And here comes Curtain Call. Princess Peach is going to have to block this. But Goonstomp is first to the roam, and Elizabeth has no more tools to get away. Wasn't level 6 yet. There's a nice ult from Princess Peach. They're trying to take down Goonstomp, but he's tanky enough. Princess Peach running away from J-Dog. Exhaust comes out, and they do take him down. Deadly Flourish missed from Brandanosaur. He flashes in with the 4th shot and takes down Princess Peach. but eventually they are trading back. Another one, the arrow actually gets the kill shot from Pointy onto Sigtal Lord. So a 2-for-2 overall in that brawl.
The brawl up top as well.
Oh, Eternal Saurus stops the slingshot from Shaken. These guys just want to fight. They don't care if they're both tanks. Nice flash from Shaken that time. Understandable for Eternal Saurus to that one. Can he get the bloblets? I don't know if he has the damage.
It's too far into turret.
Oh, but Shaken goes back in. Oh my goodness, the courage of this man. Can't get the stretching strike to land, or whatever they call that now. I'm dating myself. Brandanosaur taking a little bit of harass from the Shaco, who now does have ult. And Goonstomp, who somehow survived that last engage, is very low and doesn't have the teleport, so is probably going to lose a few minions here.
It's a scrappy game. That fight around the Dragon Pit was messy. I don't think either team was prioritizing targets perfectly, which, you know, we're all human. But man, there was a lot of split focus on both sides of it.
Yeah, that felt like a fight that could have gone much more favorably either way.
Both ways, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh! Good smite.
Almost getting that steal. Good smite from Elizabeth. I don't know if I can handle another insane steal. That shout out to WD Fan again, man. That last one. I know they didn't win the game, but that was pretty crazy. Up in the top lane, it is worth noting that Shaken has amassed a little bit of a CS advantage now. And Eternal Saurus, unfortunately, gosh, it really annoys me when I've got that Bammy Cinder and it messes up my CS. In the jungle, the farm advantage starting to become more apparent as well, as J-Dog is up about 17. But Pistol Crab has stretched the lead a little bit in the mid lane as well. So all things said, it's a 1,000 gold lead for Northern Storm. And 3 kills onto Brandanosaur, they'll be feeling good about that.
True, although the dragon did go over to option 12, so this is still a very closely contested one.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, nice smite by Elizabeth to secure that. As Sigtal Lord actually had pretty perfect timing on that hook attempt to steal it.
Yeah, there was the Vision of Empire coming down as well, so it was a close one. If she didn't time it right, it was going to go. Oh,
nice dodge
close
by Sigtal Lord and Brandanosaur down there. And Goonstomp and Pistol Crab just hanging out. The ball rolling around, just chipping away at the Swain. I'm sure Pistol Crab just feels so good whenever that pull from Goonstomp misses, because there's really nothing to be afraid of anymore at that point. Speaking of being afraid, there's the chain CC. Brandanosaur, can he get on the lantern? Nice ward from Pointy. He can't click it in time. Excellent play from the bot lane of option 12.
I was going to say, as soon as I saw that happening, like, I bet they put a ward down right on that lantern, and lo and behold, that was perfectly played.
Yep.
Another brawl in the top lane.
Oh, Sigtal Lord, just couldn't quite steer that hook around as Elizabeth is up in the top lane. They're looking for Shaken.
Good box.
Still passive this time. Yeah, nice box Shaken, trying to bounce away, but the red buff is applied. The slows, the damage. Can he get away? Oh my goodness, Queen Elizabeth can't follow under tower, unfortunately. Nice escape from Shaken, as he didn't have the passive that time, so it would have been a kill.
Yeah, that was close. When he did Let's Bounce, he actually bounced the box away from him, and I think if he hadn't done that, he probably would have died.
Shaken going back in. It looks like we missed a near kill down in the bot lane, or maybe you didn't, directed camera did. Sigtal Lord going all in and almost taking out Pointy, but not quite able to get the kill. Looks like he forced him to burn all the summoner spells, though. J-Dog doing a little counter jungling. Nice play, knowing that the Shaco was just up top. Shaken went back, burned that teleport, able to catch most of that wave. Annoying little box left there by Queen Elizabeth. And overall, I mean, we've got a very even game here. It's really just the dragon, but otherwise gold is pretty even. I'd say even, you know, both teams are feeling fine about who the gold is on. Pistol Crab doing a nice job building on this advantage. Oh, as they missed the arrow that time, Brandanosaur, nice juke, but he does get caught up. That was the slow you were talking about. Pointy attaching that, or applying that. Good lantern by Sigtal Lord, though. Gets him out.
I say, stretching off of what you said, like while there are some minor farm disparities, none of them are what I'd consider to be uncomfortable for either player, right? It's still very much could go either way.
Shaken is actually down in the mid lane right now and clears that wave. Wow, really nice play from Shaken here. Cleared that wave so fast, and Pistol Crab just held onto the shockwave a little bit too long. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth is really low down in the bot lane. Everybody played that fight pretty much to their limits. Curtain Call comes out. Princess Peach is going to be able to block this up. J-Dog sprinting forward again. The hook doesn't quite land though, and J-Dog is going to die because he went a little too far. Brandanosaur now coming in. Queen Elizabeth is sticking around, probably looking for one more, just little shiv, little box, something. Not able to quite close the distance though. And again though, I want to go back to that mid lane play. Shaken brilliantly played. He cleared out that wave and trapped Pistol Crab under the turret. I think Pistol Crab waited a little bit too long to flash and use his ultimate. His Prowler is gonna go down. Princess Peach landing the snares, and Shaken able to get out from behind enemy lines.
I've never seen that interaction before. Did you see that?
With the box?
Yeah, with the box and the blast cone, and he got feared in midair. I've never seen that before. I mean, it didn't end up mattering, but it was wild.
Yeah, I feel like Elastic Slingshot just has some strange interactions sometimes. Arrow lands onto Brandana down in the bot lane.
Cart the salt! Cart the salt!
And they've swapped Goonstomp up to the top lane, so maybe they were getting a little bit worried about that farm lead getting bigger between Pistol Crab, as Shaken now coming back up to the top lane, so maybe they didn't swap. Maybe Shaken's just going where he pleases. Eternal Swords flashes away.
He's playing River Zack.
Yeah, right? But that does mean that there's extra presence up in the top lane as we approach, I believe, this next dragon. Why aren't objective timers up by default in Spectator Client? Eternal Swords. Oh, again, Shaken able to get away from the Call of the Forge God. The Ram not finding its mark, but Eternal Swords does still pop into Bloblets. Does he have the damage this time? He hasn't been able to kill the Bloblets, and he mistimed that knockup, I think, unfortunately. Queen Elizabeth did secure the Drake down in the second half of the map, or the bottom half of the map. J-Dog just gets exploded. And Goonstomp can do nothing but run away, but he does get hit by the arrow. Oh my goodness, Pistol Crab cleans it up. Nice extended engage from option 12 there. They have so many tools to chase, all on display that time.
I had some doubts about the AP Shaco as the choice here, but I think it's actually working pretty well for them.
What makes you say that in particular?
Well, I don't know if because the Shaco did a shift forward and did a shiv. I think if the Shaco hadn't done that, then the Orianna doesn't clean up that kill against the Swain. Also, I kind of felt like there was just too much AP if she went AP, but doesn't seem to be the case. They seem to be doing enough damage regardless. Although I suppose there aren't enough defensive items yet.
Yeah, no one's really built tanky yet. I assume Shaken will, but, you know, he's been relatively isolated in this game as well, other than the one roam down to the mid lane. And fortunately for option 12, as you mentioned, the potential overload on magic damage, Pointy is very strong right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Shaken jumping in there, looking for Pistol Crab, but he does have some backup. I'm not sure if they want this engage. Lilia is nearby, but J-Dog is not making an aggressive move that way, so I think maybe a bit of a split call here. Prowler arrives, but misses the hook. Goonstomp really low, doing a nice job weaving in and out with his health bar. Prowler still fishing. J-Dog goes really far forward, but gets taken down. Can't get the damage off. Pistol Crab and Point is so low, but both escape. Deadly Flourish. Oh, here comes Curtain Call. Princess Peach. Oh, no! I think Pistol Crab just walked the wrong way as Queen comes and sneaks into Goonstomp. Down goes the General.
Oh, no. I hate Shaco so much.
Cheeky play out of Shaco there. And now they should be able to get the Rift Herald off of the back of that as well. I think that was a 3-for-1 team fight overall. And just as I was saying, unfortunate for Pistol Crab because I think he was expecting Princess Peach to block that shot, but he walked in a direction where Princess Peach literally couldn't walk because there's a wall there, so ends up getting taken out. Yeah. Good job by Brandanosaur to at least get one back for his team.
And just like that, there's quite a bit of a gold lead going for option 12 here. It's, what, that's like 3,000? More than that.
Yeah, 3.5, and the 2 Drakes, so they're ahead in pretty much every aspect of the game. Oh, Arrow does miss that time from Pointy. Eternal Sources, though, is getting alone time up in the top lane, gets a turret, so that gold lead will balloon even more, and the attempted steal will be foiled as well. So Pistol Crab will secure his own move up. J-Dog showing up, but there's nothing to be taken there anymore. And we've got a lot of congregation around the bot lane. We'll see if something pops off here. Shaken has been down in the mid lane quite a bit. It looks like they have finally fully committed to that lane swap, with Goonstomp going up top.
There's the Herald.
Shaken jumps in onto Pistol Grab again. Doesn't have the turret to help him with damage this time, though, so Pistol Grab not too scared.
He is still a tank. He cannot kill him that easily.
Yeah. Nice use of the Rip Herald down in the bot lane. We saw the congregation from many players down in that part of the map, and it looks like Option 12 committed to it a little bit more fully. Now Shaken wandering down, though. Teleport is available for Eternal Sword, so he can make this a 5v4.
Ooh.
If Pistol Crab also comes. Shaken in the backline, but he has no backup. No one is with him.
Good
Excellent
ult
from Princess Peach. J-Dog is here, though, and he's in the backline wreaking havoc. Eternal Source arrives. Queen Elizabeth is still alive, just hanging out, doing Shaco things. Pistol Crab is recalling the mid lane, so no interest in joining this fight, and Queen Elizabeth drops as well. Shaken, he is really tanky, and he does get taken down eventually by Eternal Source. Now Sig Telord, I don't know if you wanted that hook. Goonstomp arrives, and overall that's a 3 for 3, but I believe it was a 4v5 in favor of Northern Storm. So if you're Option 12, you're probably feeling okay with how that fight went.
Yeah, I think you called it out during the cast. I think that that Zac initiate was perfect if the rest of the team was ready for it. Ooh.
And it ended up working out pretty well because J-Dog was able to join and just assassinate some people in the back as well. But yeah, a little bit mistimed, and you know, I wonder if that fight would have just been a disaster for Option 12 if not for that great ult by Princess Peach.
I think you might be right. I think they would have run it over. So we'll have to see how it shakes out here. Dragon's coming up right now.
Third Drake coming up now. And they're not close enough. Yeah, Northern Storm is not close enough. Option 12, great job. Johnny on the spot with that one, and we got Soul Point at 21 minutes. I
am a little surprised at how well it is going, and goes to show that I shouldn't make predictions, because I so far have been wrong.
Well, we'll start keeping a running tally throughout the split.
I'm assuming it'll be 0 in however many games there are.
I'm trying to remember. Do you remember how you went on the first two? Actually, Shaken doesn't want us to remember because he's jumping in by himself. Goonstomp gets stunned up and gets hit by the charm. Princess Peach, another nice ult. And here's the call. The Forge God catches across 3. Shaken popped into Blobless, and I don't think anyone can step up to help him. Maybe a little bit of an overreach from the Zac that time.
You know, if this was solo queue, the Zac would be saying, "Wow, how many ults did you blow on me just to kill me?" But this is a team game, and now they're eyeing up Baron because they can do that.
Yeah, and not only did they kill Shaken, but they got Goonstomp really low to the point where I don't think Northern Storm can contest this.
Goonstomp didn't get to move for a good like 6 seconds.
Yeah, he walked up, you know, sort of tentatively, wanting to help out Shaken, and he got hit by the arrow, hit by the Encore. Oh, another arrow. They're looking for Sig Telord. They caught him. Just a little too far forward on that Thresh, just trying to push that minion wave by himself. Able to use the flash, and I think he should get away, although they're still chasing. The box comes down, and that should get him out. Spider-Man's over to the Krugs just for style. But wearing this Baron buff now, if you're Northern Storm, you got to be careful. This game could really get away from you in a hurry.
Yeah, it's at the dangerous tipping point. Option 12 now has enough damage that if they get a catch on you, it doesn't matter who you are. They just showed it. Even the Zac, who's the beefiest member of their team, they will run him over.
Yeah, and I think that it's huge just how I don't think Goonstomp is at a point yet where he can be that front line along with Shaken. I think he's just still a little too squishy. He can't play Swain the way he wants to, and that's leaving Shaken sort of alone up there.
I would say Pointy as well has just been completely unbothered in all of these fights. There's been no pressure on him. He can just freely auto-attack from the back. The front to back that we called out in the Champion Select, it really seems like it's coming to fruition here.
Yep, and we talked about how Northern Storm, their comp just kind of wants to go in. They want to catch on you, they want to run you over, but they've fallen behind, and those hard engages are backfiring at this point.
Mm-hmm. See, Princess Peach has been on point with each one of these ults. I have not seen any of them miss. Certainly, they may miss one of the two of the champions in the backfield, but always hitting something every time.
Yeah, I think it's hitting at least 3 people every time. And I like this. They've sent Queen Elizabeth down to split push down in the bot lane, maximize this Baron buff. Because look at that damage onto Shaken. That's a tanky guy, and it's only a couple of attacks. Took down about 40% of his health bar. Queen Elizabeth is going to be able to get this free turret down in the bot lane. Looks like Shaken's looking for an engage again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. 3 hit by the Encore again, but not really in a precarious position. Nice hook from Sigtal Lord, not allowing Eternal Swords to reactivate the Call of the Forge God. Princess Peach is pretty low, no one's blocking. Eternal Swords does flap in front now that the Curtain Call has ended. Deadly Flourish comes out, Pointy flashes forward, looking for the damage, gets down Goonstop. Sigtal Lord has dropped as well. This could be game right now as Shaken is going to get popped into Bloblets, or he doesn't even have it this time. He is gone, and it's only Brandanosaur and J-Dog left. And I think this is going to be a pretty quick win for option 12.
It certainly is looking that way. That was very, very well played. It was a little iffy in the midst of it, but man, they came around and won that one pretty handily.
J-Dog rushing out, trying to get something back. Gets the Lilting Lullaby out, so Brandanosaur will be able to capitalize and pick up 1 kill. But I think that's pretty much all they've got. They're just going to take him down anyways before the Nexus falls, and option 12 will be the third winner on opening night.
Bravo.
An interesting comp, but man, was it effective.
Can't argue with results.
Stats? Do we have stats this time?
No, we don't have stats. The stats don't seem to want to work.
Alright, well, let's just hop right into interview then. Who are you thinking? I'm thinking Peach or Pointy?
Either one of those would be good with me.
Alright, let's get Pointy in here.
He had the most damage in the game, so that makes sense.
80 carry bias. Alright, hopping over to interview room. Hey, what's up, Pointy? Congrats on the win.
Hello. Thank you.
So I had to start us off.
Yeah, so I had to ask. I know that there's a lot of shifting of roles on your team and a lot of different weird champions in each other's champion pools. How much practice have you guys had put in onto the Ashe Seraphine bot lane? It's obviously a very deadly combination, but it takes practice to get it down pat.
I think today was the first time we had our first full practice as a team. But I mean, me and Peach got in a few games, and you know, we played against it, and we also played it once, and I mean, it just looked kind of stupid. So I'm surprised it got through to us, to be honest.
Yeah, going off of that, if I'm not mistaken, Princess Peach was a late addition to your roster. I think even just a couple of days ago. But obviously, you both are veterans of the GMA scene. Have you had a chance to play with Peach much before?
I think total, I only have like about 6 games ever played with Peach. But me and him tend to have a very good win rate, from what I can remember. But no, I don't play with Peach a lot just because, you know, life. So
That's fair. Well, so that's I don't know, maybe that's especially scary for the rest of the league. You guys haven't even practiced that much together yet, but already impressing in that opening game. Got anything else for Pointy?
No, the only thing I would say is I still don't like Shaco. I don't care how many times it wins. I don't care how many times she plays it perfectly. That skin creeps me out. That's all I will say.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Pointy. Congrats on the win. Have a good night.
thank you.
All right, folks. Well, that's our opening night for Overlord Prowler's round robin. Had some pretty crazy games, some pretty wild plays. I'm excited to get to go hydrate. Anything you want to say to the folks before we sign off, Greg?
Yeah, the only thing I would say is well played. Both congratulations to the winners and condolences to the losers, but everybody played very, very well tonight, and I'm looking forward to more weeks of this. This has been fun.
Yeah, just to recap for folks, we will be doing this for the next 6 weeks. It's a 6-week tournament overall. I misspoke earlier. There's not 6 weeks of the round robin. There's 5 weeks of the round robin, and then on August 14th we will have a championship. between the top two teams in the standings. And that means that next week we'll be right back here, Sunday, July 17th. Same start time, 6:30 p.m. Central. So come on back, watch some more wild League of Legends.